This is Sarah, and I just want to take a moment to speak to you about this week's sponsor, Favor. Favor Inc. is a statewide family-led nonprofit 501c3 organization that is committed to empowering families as advocates and partners in improving educational and health outcomes for our children. Favor is the Connecticut state organization of the Federation of Families for Children's Mental Health. Favor offers a single place for families with children who have medical, mental, emotional, and behavioral health challenges to find information, assistance, and training. To find out more about Favor, please go to favor-ct.org. We are grateful for our opportunity to work with Favor as a sponsor, and now on to the rest of the episode. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Caregiver Chronicles. My name is Sarah, and today I am here with my husband, Jeremy.
Hello, it's family update time again.
It is family update time again. We were supposed to do it last week, but it was just too crazy. Last week was insane, wasn't it?
Yeah, a lot of the stuff with the kids' schooling right before the Thanksgiving break, plus my own work and Sarah's work, and, everything. So there was just way too much to get it done, so we flip-flopped it and we moved an episode that was going to air later up. But it was a great episode with Kim Krisak-Wilson, so check that out.
Yes, and she's got quite the story. She was really a fun interview as well. So that was last week's episode. We've had a lot of great interviews, huh?
Yes, it's been a great return to recording.
Yes, and we're just about ready to, I have 2 more interviews this month, and then I'm not recording in December. So I have 2 interviews this month, and then I'm not recording in December, other than Family Update. However, I have recordings actually scheduled through the entire month of December anyway, so you'll still get to hear great guests, and I'll let you know who we have coming up kind of towards the end of the show. So, Jeremy, why don't you tell them what's going on with you, what you've been up to?
Well, the big thing is I had my physical recently, and I lost 35 pounds in the past year.
Yes.
That is the big thing, and all that came from when I switched from overnights to working day shift, and, you stopped hearing me as much on here because I'm at work, but, it was better for my health. That is the only major change I have made, but it led to me eating healthier just because if I forget my lunch, I can actually go get a healthy lunch instead of having to go through either a fast food drive-thru or get something frozen from the CVS thing. So, I'm making a healthier breakfast now because I have time. So it's one of those things where I wound up not trying to change a lot of things, but because of that one change, it led to small other changes. And like I said, my cholesterol is down. It's still a little high, but it's down. My blood pressure is back to normal. I lost 35 pounds in a year. My waist size in my pants went from a 40 to a 34. That was very impressive. So it's been good.
Yeah, and I think also though, the thing that you're forgetting is getting a consistent night's sleep through the night and how important that is for your health.
Especially with my sleep apnea.
Exactly. But even without with or without sleep apnea, no matter regardless. And that's something a lot of caregivers don't get is a good restful night's sleep. And now that you're getting a night right through, most nights you can sleep right through anyway. It's had a huge impact on your health. It's had a huge impact on your physical health, and I've noticed a big difference too in your mental health as well.
Yeah, I'm a lot happier now.
Yes, despite everything, all the stressors that you've been under recently. But
yeah, there's plenty of stressors still from my work, from life in general, but I'm able to respond to them better.
Yeah. And so, we don't talk enough. Well, we do talk about it. It is known what a good night's sleep is for you and how good it is for you in your body and your mind. And, I'm just glad that you're finally able to get that. That was one thing that I don't even think we realized, me becoming a stay-at-home wife, mom, parent, caregiver, a mostly home caregiver, and leaving my career kind of led you to this opportunity, because if I was still working, you would have to kind of stay where you were.
Yeah, I would still be on overnights. I would still not be eating the healthiest. I would be doing, sacrificing everything I could for my family, which is exactly what I was doing and exactly what you were doing. But, it wound up at times to the detriment of both of our healths.
I think that ended up being the biggest payoff. Like, my mental health was a huge thing, but, like, your physical health improving in addition to me in my mental and physical health improving, it's been priceless. Like, you can't put a price tag on it. So there's that.
I look and feel healthier. That's what I can see it in the mirror.
Yes. And I'm very happy for you, and I'm very proud of you, and I've told you that. Like I said, I'm not like taking credit for all of it either, obviously. I'm just saying, though, that this is a direct effect of, me leaving my job as the family caregiver. And I'm not saying that everybody should do that. I'm just saying that this was one thing that we didn't even think of at the time, that we didn't even think of this being such a positive impact on you, Yep. And it ended up being. So there's the light at the end of the tunnel for us with that anyway. And please know that I am not telling people to leave their jobs. Like, unless you really want to, don't just up and quit your job. And we're very fortunate that we were able to. But we're, we have struggles with it, and we're trying to figure it out. And, just like every other family right now, we're just figuring it out. And that's kind of, I don't know, that's all I got to say about that, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. And then do we want to talk about Joey and how he's doing?
Absolutely.
You want me to talk about Joey and how he's doing?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Joey is doing great. I believe last family update we mentioned the braces, right?
Yeah, I believe he was scheduled to get them the last one. We got them. Did he have them?
I don't remember.
Them
but I think he had gotten them, but he does have his leg braces now. And he's been walking with them and using them. He's been doing well with them. The doctor's office that we went with, they have kind of an aggressive schedule for them. And the purpose of these leg braces, by the way, is so he's not walking on his tiptoes.
And so that he's not, damaging the ligaments in his ankles.
Yeah, because he was starting to get some damage from being a toe walker.
Yep.
So the purpose of the leg braces is, to put his feet flat and have him walk better. And it was a whole thing. We had to go find special shoes that fit the braces. We did find, for any parents who have kiddos with leg braces out there or anything like that, Target had Billy shoes that they zip up around the brace, and they're way easier to put on. And they were around $30.
Yeah, they were $30.
Yeah, they were
at our local Target. And so, yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah, they were fairly inexpensive. They were a lot cheaper than what we were expecting to pay.
And it's a lot easier because if you try to slip a regular shoe over a brace, that's a fight you really don't want to have.
Yes, absolutely. And he's been doing really well with wearing them. At first, it was a bit of a struggle. I think it took him about a week before he was really, really used to it. They did have an aggressive schedule that by the end of 7 days, they wanted him in them for 10 hours to all day. We're pretty much there with him with that, and we got there quick.
Yeah, anytime he leaves the house, we usually have them on, except for rare instances where something's up. Namely, you have to wear special socks, and if we don't have a pair clean, I don't force them on him. But, most of the time, if we're going to leave the house, we put them on him. He keeps them on him. It's when he gets home, because he's like, I take off my shoes at home. So he takes off the shoes, the Billy shoes, and he takes off the braces really quickly at home.
Yeah. Yeah, at home, like, I don't know. Does anybody wear shoes in their home?
Probably like house shoes or slippers, but not regular shoes.
We don't really wear shoes inside the house much. So, and neither does he. So, like, when he comes home, he's ready to take them off. But he's doing, like I said, he's doing a fantastic job with the braces. There was a series of emails. Oh my God, the 11 emails from the school. There was one day where we had a series of emails from the school with their concerns over him wearing the braces. However, I was confident in the schedule that the doctor's office, the orthopedic office, provided us with, I felt like Joey could handle that schedule. And yeah, we needed to modify it a little bit, like split time up and stuff like that. But the teacher decided to send me, I don't know, several emails, and it was just a back and forth thing where she CC'd the school nurse and the school OT about how, they had concerns about Joey wearing the braces for too much too fast. And I'm like, okay, but this is the schedule we got from the orthopedic clinic. This is their schedule that we're following. And it was just kind of like a big back and forth with that. And I even had to say to the teacher, like, listen, like, I've worked with similar equipment on more vulnerable people, people with far more vulnerable skin than Joey, because Joey's really, like, he's burly.
Yes, he is.
He's a tough little boy. Like his skin is strong. His skin is thick. And I've had to put similar equipment on people who were much older and whose skin were far more frail. And so I was aware of all of the concerns that they had. And I had to point this, I don't even know, I had to point this out like 3 times in the emails before they would understand that we were going to follow that schedule.
Yeah, it was, and it was mainly the teacher. Like, the para was okay with it. The OT,
the OT and the school nurse,
and
yeah,
school
they were
nurse.
okay with it.
It was mainly just the main teacher.
It was just a frustrating conversation because I have the most respect in the world for teachers too, and I want to say this, but they don't override doctors, clinicians, orthopedic doctors. You know what I mean? Like, you can't, or nurses. You can't. You gotta, sometimes you need to stay in your lane. And if you're a teacher and you want to tell me how to teach Joey, I'll take all that criticism and all that advice. If you're a teacher and you want to tell me or go against my kid's orthopedic schedule, if there's no issues, if there's an issue and he's developing a blister, red spot, or whatever, then that's different. But if there's been no issues, which that was their concern, so I'm like, well, and I told the teacher too in the email, I'm like, well, I didn't notice any. Are there any issues? And no, there were none. So I'm like, then why are you messaging me? But I do appreciate the communication, but I really think it's so important that people stay in their lanes with what their specialties are, what their expertise are, what they know and what they don't know. I really do. It was just such a frustrating, like, unnecessary stressor for me that day to have 11 messages back and forth about it.
Yeah, that was definitely an unnecessary source of stress. And then I'm getting texts, and I'm on the email chain, and I'm getting her forwarding the emails to me, even though I'm on the email chain, and I'm at work during this time frame, and I'm like, please stop right now, everybody. But he's getting the things that I don't say in the response. You know how we don't always say what we're thinking in the response email because we want to keep it civil,
polite. So he's getting that, and I'm like, not gonna put this in the email, but yeah. Anyway, it was just unnecessary, and I do like my son's teacher. I think that she's a nice person. I was really frustrated with the situation. Another big change going on with Joey is his speech therapist recently left.
Boo.
Yeah.
Really liked her.
No, he's working with a different speech therapist in a different office.
We like this one too. We just really like the other one.
We do. We like her too. We have to leave. He's no longer seeing a speech therapist in town. We have to go to the next town over, which is fine. I think she's actually a really good speech therapist, just like his other one was. I think that they're both great. They both have strengths and weaknesses, and it's just, they're different people, different approaches. Sometimes I think that's a good thing, but I think it's a little frustrating. There's been some stuff going on up at our local hospital that I think is part of why she left. So,
yeah, new ownership leads to differing decisions. And she also got a job with more hours closer to her home, but we don't know if she would have even been looking for it had there not been new ownership of the local hospital. So.
Yeah, and I don't think that they plan on replacing her with a new SLP in our town. So we'll have to go to the next town over. It is what it is. But yeah, that's kind of the big stuff going on with Joey. Other than that, he's he's had little colds and stuff on and off, but otherwise is doing pretty well.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's your typical 7-year-old boy most of the time.
Most of the time, yes. And Remy.
Remy is really into music.
Remy's doing really good right now. He's learning guitar and bass at his school. And he's actually they're doing a theater, like a play of the Stinky Cheese Man, and he's so excited to be able to do that too. Another experience Remy recently got. My parents took him to see a Pink Floyd cover band, and he was like so excited about this. He was like so excited. So he got to go to see this Pink Floyd cover band. He's been on a huge Pink Floyd kick, which I love. I'm all for it, right?
Yeah, I like Pink Floyd.
Yeah, we're all for our kid listening to all the rock and roll in the world. So he's just been on this huge Pink Floyd kick and learning to play Pink Floyd songs on the guitar at school and stuff like that. And he has a little guitar at home, and it's not like very well in tune. Well, for Christmas, he will be getting a guitar and a bass guitar and an electric guitar and a bass guitar. And this is because a friend of ours was getting rid of them for very inexpensively. So we're so excited to give this to him. And we actually took him to Guitar Center because he didn't know about it, and he was like thrilled. And he was able to pick out a strap for the guitar and the bass guitar. And he found a Dark Side of the Moon one and was like so excited about that, right?
Well, I found the Dark Side of the Moon one, but
yeah,
yes, he was very excited about it.
Yeah, you found it. He's so funny, too, because we'll be going in stores and he'll be singing Pink Floyd songs instead of Christmas songs right now.
Yes. And, yeah, well, you know, he marches to the beat of his own drummer.
Oh, definitely. But he's just, like I said, he's doing really good. He's really into music right now. He hasn't had too many issues at school, a little bit here and there, but they've been able to redirect each time. Even coming home from school, like his new school, he's still coming home most days in a good mood. Once in a while he'll come home a bit cranky, but otherwise he's in a really good mood. He really likes his school, so.
Yeah, he loves the school. It's good for him. It's been good for us. You know, he's happy. He's excited to go to school most of the time. You know, there have been times where we're like, hey, you want to take the day off from school just to, you know, give him a break? And nope, he's like, I have this to do and this, and I want to go. And, you know, that's a vast difference from last year when every day he's like, I don't want to go to school. Where he woke up, and he said he was already on the precipice of flipping out just because of he had to go to school. So it's amazing how different it is.
Absolutely. It makes me feel so good seeing him be able to go. And I'm really, really, really happy with him and how he's doing. So.
Yeah, I'm very happy. I'm happy to see him happy.
Yeah, and just when your kid wants to go to school, that feeling is just so good.
Yes, it is.
So, what else we got, dear?
Well, we got you.
We got me. There's not really much going on with me. I've just been really tired. I found out that I am anemic. I have been trying to take iron. And it's been making me sick. Every time I take iron, I feel horrible. Like my stomach feels so upset. But when I don't take the iron, I am just exhausted. And I've been really like pushing to kind of get through the days. I've been having a hard time.
Yeah, she has.
I've been exhausted. I'm usually a ball of energy, and a lot of my energy is just kind of like not there. So it's made it a little bit difficult to like get stuff done and everything, but I have been recording as much as I could. I have been working on Caregiver Chronicles as much as I possibly can. I have guests booked. Like I said, this will be my last week of taking December off. I'm going to try to get some things figured out with my health, go to some doctors, figure out what else my options are with the anemia besides just taking iron. See if there's anything else that we can do. It's more than just a diet change at this point with the iron. It's way more than that, and it's not because of diet. There's another thing going on that I'm not quite ready to discuss yet. Please forgive me for that, guys. I try to be as open as possible, but there are some things I'm just not ready for, and I don't have all the answers and all the information yet. We're still waiting to find some stuff out.
Yes, and once we have all the answers, we'll of course share it in that month's family update.
Yeah, I just don't have all the knowledge behind it all right now. When I do, I'll tell you guys what's going on, everything that's going on. I'm still kind of waiting on some stuff. I'm waiting on, some appointments and some results and stuff like that. So, but that's just something that I wanted to say, as I have not been my 100% best. However, I have been doing everything I can to make the best content for you guys here on Caregiver Chronicles, because this is my third baby and this is not going anywhere. I love this show. I love doing this. And a few other things that I have going on is I did take despite all of this stuff, and helping the kids, helping Jeremy, I had a training through Favor, actually, for a support group facilitator, and that was a really neat thing for me, and I really liked taking that training. Mom came over and helped out with the kiddos so I could sit down and learn about facilitating a support group and stuff. So I was really glad to learn about that, because that could be a really good avenue for me down the line. But I know of other support groups as well that are great ones, especially for dementia caregivers. Bill Cohen's support group is great. He's been on before. You could listen to the episode with him if you wanted to learn more about it. He's kind of the first one that comes into my mind.
Yeah, he was a good one. I remember that episode. It was really good.
Yeah, yep. He's just a nice guy. Definitely, if you have never listened to that episode, definitely go back and listen to that episode. And we've had some great recordings, though, despite me being under the weather. Last week we had Kim on, and she shared her story. The week before, we had Betsy from Chatting with Betsy. Annie McDonald came on to talk about grief, and actually Annie McDonald is coming back in a couple weeks to talk about acupuncture.
Yeah.
That episode will air on the 11th. We have Erin Schneider coming up on the 4th. That's a really good episode as well. We've got Jen Rafferty coming on. Got another family update in December.
Which will land on Christmas Day.
Yep, it will land on Christmas Day, so we're going to have to record that before Christmas, so we're not recording on Christmas Day. Then we got New Year's, we got Raina Nisus is coming on. So we have a lot of great episodes coming up.
You're booked through January, right?
Yeah, yep, I am. I'm actually booked through January.
You're booked through February.
So, these are pending, but yeah. I am booked through January right now, and then again, we're taking a break from recording in December, and then in January, I start picking up again, where I'll start recording again with guests. I think that in January, I'm only going to do 2 days a week for recording. I've been doing 3, but I think I'm going to do 2 days a week and set aside 3 days to do Reiki and other passions of mine.
Absolutely.
So, and I've been having fun with the Reiki too. I've been doing Reiki sessions. I've done a couple distance ones recently, and that's been interesting. I'm trained in distance, and I'm practicing it, but I really need to practice it more. So if you're interested in booking a distance session, let me know that you heard about distance Reiki through Caregiver Chronicles, and I'll try to do a distance session on you. I'll try to find time. I'll try to work something out where I can book one, and it can be like donation based or complimentary if you use, Caregiver Chronicles, and that way I can get that practice and that feedback over my distance sessions, because that would be good for me. So that's kind of like the big stuff I've been doing.
Yeah, and it's been a fun month. It's been a stressful month. It's been, and fortunately, it's been fun for me with the weight loss. It's been fun seeing Remy excited, but, obviously it's been stressful with Sarah's health things. But also we've had some great episodes, and we got some great episodes coming up. This is a lot of fun for both of us. So, we're going to have a lot more Caregiver Chronicles in 2023.
Yeah, and we've actually got some good breaks this month, too, and we've gotten some...
Much-needed help.
Yeah, we've gotten some much-needed help. Again, not ready to share all the details, but I just want to say I'm so grateful for my friends. I have some of the best friends in the world. There's been a lot going on behind the scenes that I'm not ready to talk about all of it yet, but we'll have an episode where we share everything. But yeah, there's just been a lot going on, a lot going on, but we've had so many people just be there for us and show support and show us love, and just so many good friends, and just a couple in particular that I can really think of who I'm just so grateful for. I'm very grateful. I have a lot of good people in my life, and so does Jeremy, and so do our kids. Our kids are well loved, we're well loved, and we're just proud.
Absolutely.
And grateful.
And with that, that'll wrap up this episode of Caregiver Chronicles. You can find us on Facebook at Caregiver Chronicles 2. At Caregiver Chronicles. On Instagram at Caregiver Chronicles 2. On Twitter at Caregiver Chron 1. Yeah, we are Caregiver Chronicles 2 on TikTok. So check us out in all of those places. You can also, if you want to chat with us through email, caregiverchroniclespod@gmail.com. And we will see you next week.
Bye.